Hi, everybody.
Hey everyone, welcome to Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Hi,
Hi, and welcome.
welcome. I see we have a return visit by RC Funtime. Welcome back. Welcome everybody. January girl, welcome.
So what a crazy week, eh?
And you know, anybody following us on Facebook and Twitter who's seen our cards for the day start progressing through this week, it's been very interesting. I wonder what tomorrow will bring, Mr. O. We'll just have to see.
And the amazing thing is that, yes, it just correlates so well, so.
Yep, up there's Sunny walking through. I'm trying something new tonight to try to give myself space to shuffle. We'll see if it works. I have a feeling it won't.
Hi, Sonny. Just sit down.
And he's sitting on my list. I was hoping I'd make the space more inviting on the other side of me so he would sit there. It doesn't seem to be working, Mr. O.
Yes, I agree. He's so close to the camera, he will probably knock it over at any moment.
I'm sure. Well,
hi, Jenna.
Oh, hey, Jenna, I'll get you on the list. You are early tonight, good thing. We have a short list. You see kitty fur everywhere around here lately because as fast as I can brush them, they're shedding. It's that time of year.
So yes, do check out our daily card on both Twitter and our Facebook TFT because, hi there.
Hey, Gina.
Hi, Gina.
You're just in time for the card for the collective. It's either way is fine. But, yep. Oh, look at that. One of my favorite flowers. Sunflower. What does this say on the bottom there, Mr. O?
Purification.
Purification. This is, of course, the Sacred Destiny Oracle by Denise Lynn. Hay House deck, 2019. Purification? This should be interesting. Okay. It's like summer rain, yes. Is that right? Yeah, summer rain. Traditionally, rain symbolizes rebirth and washing one's sins away. Water is associated with emotions, and a summer rain can represent the release of long-held emotions that allow for a purification and inner healing. There is also a renewal aspect to rain. The old saying, April showers brings May flowers, means that what follows the rain is a time of renewal and blossoming. It's difficult for new, vibrant energy to enter your life if it is clogged with old, outdated energy. Cleanse and purify your body and your physical space. This is a great time for a detox, clutter clearing, cleansing, and space clearing. Release outdated energy to invite fresh, clean energy into your life. Eat lightly. I better take that advice. Eat lightly. Don't take things personally. Release resentment, guilt, and blame. Purify yourself, your thoughts, your words, and your deeds. Decluttering is modern-day alchemy. If you don't love it or use it, let it go. This card can also represent abundance, as flowing water is a metaphor for prosperity, and summer is the time for expansion.
Or at least 5 out of 6.
But can you not see it apply to other bigger issues of today? Purification is necessary.
Absolutely.
I love it. So that's the card for the collective today. And let's see, anybody else come in that I missed? Nope, I think we're still good. So, Mr. O, what decks are you using today?
Okay, well, I have my usual 3 decks or so. I have the Karma Music Tarot, and that's the Star.
Awesome.
And then I have the Night Sun Tarot.
These seem to be your go-to decks of late.
This one a little bit, yeah. Okay. But I have several others that I would say you are pretty familiar with, too. And this card is the Five of Pentacles that's displayed there. And then finally, I have the Tarot of the Northern Shadows. That's the back. And we have the High Priest. He almost looks like the devil to me. What do you have, Banshee?
I have the Shadow Within Tarot by, I believe it's Stephen Bright. And then I have the Revelations Tarot, which I used last time. I'm going to use that again. It's kind of an interesting, like, mirror kind of deck. You notice the image seems to be mirrored down below. And it's by Zach Wong, and it is I was just wanting to check, it's a Llewellyn deck. Yeah, and I've had this for a while, but I hadn't used it too much. It's 2005. And finally, I'm using again Cyril Marchetti's Tarot of Dreams. I may be switching this up soon. I might be bringing back one of my old favorites of his soon. Okay, and I also have that new Lenormand I just got. That's part of a bigger Lenormand game. Sorry, it's taken me a minute to pull it together here, but it is the Lenormand Solitaire deck, which I'd gotten recently. And it's just awesome. I forget the authors. I think I have the booklet right here. But this is from, I believe it came from the Ukraine, printed in Ukraine. So that's kind of interesting. And it's Irina Elena and V.A.D. Veritatum. And that's what I got today.
Yes, happy full moon.
Yes.
We're moving towards it. And love to see all the nice comments in the chat. Thank you, everybody. And thanks for hanging out with us tonight on Thursday night.
On a Thursday night.
Alrighty.
All right, so I've got the list, and I will read off who's first. We have Libra Cusp, we have Lisa, we have Sanjib, we have Angel Mary, we have RC Funtime, we have January Girl, and we have Jenna. Did I miss anybody?
Full moon is sort of moving into tomorrow. I think some people are doing full moon stuff tonight, but tomorrow is full moon too.
Is that full moon in Sag we got?
I don't remember if it's in Sag.
Is it in Sag? Do people know?
I don't remember. I thought it was in Leo, but
I
guess
thought
I don't
we
remember.
were in. Am I crazy?
Well, wait a minute. Let's see. What sign are we
I
in?
thought we were in.
We're in Gemini, so it would be Gemini's opposite, which is Leo, I think. Or is that something else?
No. Leo's after Gemini. What's the opposite?
6 signs after Gemini is what? Sagittarius.
Yes, it's Sag Moon. Thank
Okay.
you, Gina. Thank you for straightening us out, because I was lost. I thought the moon was just
You
in
were right
Scorpio.
first, but I couldn't visualize it in my head until, because the trick is that the full moon is the opposite of the sun sign, and the new moon is the sun sign. So when we get to the new moon, it will be in Gemini.
Okay.
Or possibly Cancer, the next sign. So it's just the way the sun
Okay.
signs.
Well, there
swap
you
between
have it.
signs. They're totally
Spoken like two
non-scientific.
experts here. Not on astrology. I mean, we know some stuff, but we are not experts. So, anyway, the first person is Libra Cusp. Did you throw your question out there, Libra? Oh, yes, I see it. I see it. How does Eric feel about... Okay, well, let's see. Do you want one of yours, or...
I have one right here.
Then go for it.
Okay, and I'll use that Karma Music Tarot. Okay.
Yes, I'm drinking tea on a hot night. But sometimes I like mint tea. Just gotta have it. Oh, Gina, I think I did omit you on the list. When did you come in? Yes, I see you. I think you came in, Gina, after Lisa. Okay.
Very
So-
cool, Jenna.
Thank you guys for catching that. So the real order is Libra, Lisa, Gina, Sanjib, Angel Mary, RC Funtime, January Girl, and Jenna.
Okay, and there's my cards. I've shuffled them.
Okay. Actually, I think Sanjib might have been first. We'll work it out. Well, we'll work it out. So, Gina, you might be after Sanjib. I'm looking at my list here, and that's what I'm seeing. Because I see where you said bonjour.
Yes, a lot of people that work with moon energies do believe that you have this period of greatness in that last day or so before the full moon, and then as it goes towards its totality, but then almost immediately afterwards it starts to wane, and therefore it becomes a different kind of energy that you may want to work with. Go ahead.
3 cards. Wow. Well, I don't know. It's kind of a mixed bag here. We have the 6 of, is that Wands, reversed. We have the Queen of Swords upright. And the Page of Cups reversed. Well, how do they feel? How does this person feel about the other? Yeah, about Amy. How does Eric feel about Amy? Well, I feel like they don't feel like things are going anywhere fast, or that things are delayed, or there's something not quite balanced here, not quite right. I know, but there is somebody who needs to make a decision, and it looks like Amy.
Well, this is how they feel. How about Amy?
Yeah, so how do you want to say that?
Well,
'Cause I
I'm
have a
thinking
thought.
that
Go ahead.
that they see Amy as a person who is the one making the decision here, who is the one who makes the judgment, or who is weighing the matter, and possibly these are the 2 different aspects. With the 6 of Wands, they're looking at something failing. This is how Eric looks at them, is that they're presiding over a decision that will only fail, and then they're presiding over maybe some other aspect that is counterintuitive. So maybe Eric feels that Amy is counterintuitive in some of their actions, and or is spoiling a project or is failing a project.
Just after Jenna? Really? You were at the bottom?
I'm going to review it right now, if you don't mind.
Okay. Yeah, but that's okay. I'm going to go on with this reading a little bit here because, I don't know, I'm looking at that Page of Cups reversed and I'm thinking they're worried somebody, is maybe, I would think it's Eric, is maybe, because this is about what their feelings are, is maybe worried about some bad news, maybe some bad emotional news. Maybe they're afraid of saying something because they don't want to be hurt. How does that sound to you?
I wasn't paying attention.
You're reviewing the list.
Try it again.
Well, I was thinking the Page of Cups might indicate that maybe Eric is thinking that, Amy will not be, maybe they're afraid of saying or doing something because they're afraid of being hurt by Amy.
Okay, I can kind of see that there, because it is sort of like delicate emotions, and it's also to some degree feeling that on an intuitive level, which is kind of similar to them, that maybe they're feeling heart-wise they're not quite aligned there.
I write a broom came. I'm going to add them.
Am I? Thank you.
I'm going to put Gina after Jenna, but I'm just not sure that is right. But if you're hanging on, Jenna.
Well, I took a look, and
Gina?
I think Gina clearly came before Jenna, but hey, you know what?
It's all good. If
it's
it's
all
good
good.
with Gina, it's good with us. You did show up after Lisa. See, that's what I thought. All right, Gina.
Okay,
I am going to put you there, and I write a broom will be after Jenna.
We have a little bit of feedback here
Uh-oh, what?
from Libra,
Oh,
whose reading we're doing.
it's kind of the same. Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Oh, you don't see the latter one?
Oh, okay. So what do you want to say about that?
Well, I don't know, because I didn't remember each who Eric and Amy were, so I'm slightly confused. I don't remember if you.
Amy
if Libra
is Libra.
Okay, I forget. I'm sorry.
So, but this was about how Eric felt about you. And so when I'm looking at this in that manner, I would say that I feel he's worried about being hurt somehow. And, you might look at, the other thing is about the Queen of Swords. This is looking at the Queen of Swords in the positive aspect. He thinks you're fairly fair-minded, so I don't know if this feeling is coming from something from his past, maybe, where he's a little bit nervous and afraid of, getting hurt.
Right, and I'm not sure how to address that because it seems like there is a connection there, but I'm not sure that he would necessarily say he felt he knew you forever, like you're indicating. Although there's something alluring about you to him, like maybe this Page of Cups sort of represents the idea of a mysteriousness about you that he is glomming towards, that kind of thing. There's a little bit of sadness in there too, though, so maybe he looks at you as, a sad romantic figure, so.
Do I have these facing the right way for the camera? Because I'm not really sure.
Yes,
the
they
Queen
are.
of Swords
Yes,
was
they are.
upright.
Mhm.
These were reversed.
They are.
Okay.
That's how they show.
Okay. And here it comes
I forget
Sunny.
once in a while, Libra. Oh. Yes, boy, you are loved, but why are you here?
Sometimes the lilies to me, oh gosh.
Back up. We interrupt this reading. Oh, literally.
Wow, going to be a long night if this keeps up.
Oh, man.
I may have to move my
man.
thing back because obviously.
Okay.
I am.
Who's first? The stars? Or the lilies?
The lilies was first and then the stars. I think what you got to think of here is, I think things are going to change and attitudes are going to mature in time. So, it's just going to take a little bit of more time and maybe, this person will be a little bit more expressive and demonstrative.
Well, the stars are are sort of hopeful, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, yes, it's kind of what you're saying there is that maybe he's sort of growing into this overall role. So maybe what he feels there is not really the final, arbiter of what he is feeling or will feel. That it's something that will mature is what I'm thinking as he comes to know you better.
Yeah.
So it looks that way.
And that's what we have for you, Libra Cusp. That's perfect. That's as it should be. Because also while you're getting to know each other, you get to learn a little bit more about yourself too, in your interactions with somebody you care about. So I think all the way around, it's good to take things slow and easy. So Lisa G, you are up, and then Gina, and then Sanjib, and then Angel Mary, RC Funtime, January Girl, Jenna, I Ride a Broom, and Am. And I sure hope I have this right now. I really do.
I hope you do too, dear.
Absolutely. All right. And Sonny has found his space.
For now.
His happy space.
He seems to be over there, so that's good. He won't be in the way a whole lot.
Look, I'm even confident enough to put my tea on the table. I think we did get a question from Lisa G already, possibly further up
roll
there.
Up and see.
Maybe I'm crazy.
Lisa, we're looking for your question if you're there. I'm scanning right now to see if you did write one. Not yet. So Lisa, if you are there, go ahead and give us your question.
Okay.
All right. And we'll give you a minute to type
Oh, I
that in.
see it. I would like to know if Robin has changed, or is he still the same as he was when he was younger?
So the question's about Robin, if they've changed or if they're still the same. Okay. Want to do that as a yes or no?
Let's do that as a yes/no first, and then we'll see
Sure.
if we need something else.
All right. It was more than one, so I didn't.
Okay. Mr. Drop the Cards.
You know, I'm just a little bit tired today for some reason.
What? Who worked today? Oh, wait, you did work a little bit. You did.
Just a little.
Well, I placed my order in for a new computer, so I'm hoping to get it sometime in the near future. We'll have better equipment.
Love and light, Divine.
Hey, Divine You. I see my thing needs to get moved down again. Good grief. I'll get you on the list. So I hope everybody's still staying safe. I still can't get a haircut. I might as well, I'm thinking of growing out, I don't know if I want to go back right away anyway. My first big test is going to the dentist because they called me. I had something I was going to get done right before they shut the dentist offices down.
When are you going?
Monday.
It's Monday. Eh?
Yep.
Morning.
Yep. So it's a good thing I got some extra masks for myself. No, it's actually in the afternoon.
Okay, so the question was, has Robin grown up?
Oh,
Something?
I'll get back to it. I think I know where to find it now. Maybe. I think I went too far again. I don't know where it is. There it is. Robin has changed, or is he still the same as he was when he was younger? So we were asking if he has changed, really. I was thinking that.
No, I was too.
I just couldn't remember the other part.
Yeah, I might have miscounted, so let's take a look at that again.
Well, this is really interesting. He's probably the same, according to what I'm seeing here. Wait, or has he changed? He has changed.
Yes.
Actually, I'm sorry.
Don't worry, I would have contradicted you in a moment.
He has changed. And it seems to me, though, I don't know if he was, much of a risk taker. But, maybe that's the part of him that hasn't changed. The Fool is kind of about taking, oh my goodness. The Fool is kind of about taking, yeah, this is not going to work. Okay. The Fool is about taking risks and also, taking a lot, getting on a lot of adventures. Like, seems like this person has done a lot of different things, What are you laughing about, Mr. O?
We had to remove the scene that had kind of his posterior
Oh.
sitting on the cards. But yes, oh, thank goddess.
All right, we have to do something here. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just going to have to watch this here.
But basically,
Is that blocking? No.
Basically, it's leaning towards just, there's this element of an instinct here. Like, so I'm wondering if, like Banshee said, he's an adventurous person. He's used to taking chances. But there's also a sense, too, that to some degree, he maybe feels like he's guided by his instinct. And as such, if he actually does make mistakes along his path, he more or less chalks that up to learning. And I don't think he lets that bother him a whole lot, maybe.
I'm getting my Lenormand out. Moving it, making another barrier. Sorry, he's just not cooperating today.
See, now he's over here on my right. He wants to get in here.
Yep. Well,
There he is on the other side again.
He's stuck there.
Just sit there.
You might get some peeks of him once in a while. We'll throw the camera on him when we can.
All right, so we're doing the Lenormand
Did
for
you
that
see
question,
that?
Lisa. No, what happened?
He was putting his paw in my glass of lemonade. He... ah. This is interesting to me. I've got the letter, And I've got the key. And I got the letter first. So is the key getting back in touch with this person, or?
Well, I'm thinking that you possibly don't see him a whole lot, and so he has communicated that he's trying to get in touch. And also, too, the key suggests to me that he possibly has.
He did it.
He knocked your.
He knocked the entire glass over.
Okay, we're going to have to take a little bit of a break here. We're just having a technical difficulty. I'm going to keep
It's
talking.
Mercury retrograde.
Yeah, he's such a bad cat. He knocked over Banshee's glass of liquid. It did not seem to hit any of the cards. But at any rate, for Lisa's question, to me, that letter seems to express the idea maybe that Robin may be trying to contact you, or maybe you're trying to contact him. I'm really getting this feeling like maybe Robin somehow has a connection to the family or to the living abode. Like maybe the key to me possibly represents the idea that he could just drop in. He doesn't necessarily have to say, I'm coming. I don't know. That sounds kind of crazy. Yeah, Sonny is a little bad boy right now. So, well.
He ran out of here.
Oh, so as you can see, Banshee's over there with paper towels on the other side of me. Shame on them. But it could just be more likely what Banshee was saying too about. Well, you said
Go on.
a message and that they would be getting in touch, right?
I have this sense, or that maybe the key is getting in touch with them. Is kind of what I said.
Okay, I didn't quite remember that.
Do you think we need to? I know we're taking so long here, and I feel bad because I've been distracted from Lisa a bit. Do we want to just do another 3-card thing? Maybe you could shuffle first, and let's give a little more info on
Sure.
what's up here with the changes.
Yeah, I think we kind of lost a little bit of our focus. Hi, Kayla. We're slightly in the middle of a technical difficulty here. I'm going to go ahead and take Banshee out of the picture again, as that was not your best side. But we will add you, Kayla. Basically, a cat has knocked over something traumatic in our set. And now we are trying to recoup that. You know, if this is a sign of Mercury retrograde, I do not want it. I don't want it. Okay, we're almost back together. Hang on, everyone.
I'm here. This is live TV.
It's real life and it whimpers.
Well,
Or something.
I guess this I guess Sonny did not. I guess Sonny did not like my little experiment and kind of gave his opinion in his own way. So I'm going to start moving things back a little bit so that...
We had decided that the optic of pushing Sonny away was really bad for the live stream. So we thought we would make like a little pillow fort, only it would be our device fort, you know, the other devices we have for our studio. And so having been outwitted, he decided to attack her glass
my
of
water, I
water.
guess. And I moved it away. I moved it further away, and he went further to get it. So he deliberately, you know.
So we probably lost half our audience with that.
No.
No, I don't think we did. I'm just teasing.
I see you added Kayla to the list.
I did. I told her I would.
All right, everybody.
And I have a little tickle in
We're
my
back
throat.
to normal. And Lisa, sorry about that. So we're going to throw you a few more cards and see if we can give you a little more info since we were not focused. Let's see what we got here.
So we have the Chariot, the Five of Cups. Those are both
Cards.
upright.
Yeah.
And then we have the Nine of Cups, which is also upright. So this is kind of significant.
I think this person has a lot of energy, a lot of drive, and seems to be on the move. That's one thing. And I think with the Five of Cups reversed, though, maybe possibly...
It wasn't reversed.
I'm sorry, upright. I meant upright. I was thinking of the cups that are reversed in there, but I didn't say it right. So basically, the Five of Cups upright is saying that maybe he has had some regrets over some things from his past that he's been mulling over. But essentially, he's been pretty lucky. He's had a lot of good fortune come his way.
And I think that the Chariot actually represents his drive to escape what was unpleasant or whatever in the past, and to move towards more fulfillment of his wishes and or the drive towards prosperity. So I think Robin is mostly a good person. He has had to work with some issues. He is changing, though, I think, is what
it looks like.
How we would answer the question.
Yeah. So that's what we have. Sorry for all the disruption there, Lisa. Cats.
All right, so it's Gina.
It's Gina's turn. Hey, Gina, did you hang with us through all that?
Or did you have to go
Oh, you bet you did.
Who could that ever be?
I don't know that you need the tarot cards to answer that.
Chocolate bark.
General reading for the birthday month of June.
I can just see it now
Can
when
I
it
use
arrives.
Oh, you want to use those? You can use those.
I can see it now when it arrives, Gina. I'll be like, what was that package? And Banshee will be like, what package?
It'd be gone if I find it first.
I hope that helped, Lisa. You're welcome.
Well, pretty soon we're going to be setting up a post office box as we get our business paperwork together.
Things are churning along.
Things are churning along. We're getting new equipment. We're moving. So TFT will have a post office box.
And all you can say, I knew them back when.
We'll talk, Gina. Well, and here's hoping that June is a much better month for everybody.
Yes, I sure hope so. I've had it.
All right. I didn't confirm this, but I actually saw somebody say on Twitter, 4 asteroids are heading towards Earth right now. I'm just like, what? I didn't go check that fact yet, but thought, geez, oh, Pete's.
So first we have Strength reversed.
But then we have the Six of Pentacles upright. And the Magician is reversed too. So do you think, kind of like the way I'm looking at that, the two cards here kind of go together?
Perhaps.
Well, I'm just feeling that, the Magician reversed is often somebody who just doesn't have everything together that they need yet. They're a little unprepared. Maybe they needed to do a little more work on the self that they have not done. And that might be indicated here by the Strength card a little bit too.
Yet at the same time, there's this thing about generosity going on.
Like giving chocolate bark to 2 tarot readers in Michigan.
Well, I'm
But
the reverse
I digress.
magician then, and you're the reverse strength.
Well, no, this just is your giving, generous nature, Gina. You're very, very giving. But I think that what this is saying is that, it's time to work a little bit more on yourself and your will and, strengthen that aspect of self.
Right. I see that too. And I also think that perhaps there's something going on emotionally for you in June, and it may be that you're wrestling with your own relationships with various people, primary or otherwise. I think what you're finding is that there's a lot of people with really stubborn attitudes at this time, and everybody wants everybody else to listen to them or to believe they're right or to believe that their wisdom is the best wisdom. And so I'm thinking a part of June is in trying to be generous to people. You're also going to have to be dealing with a lot of people's negative attitudes and negative feelings about getting ahead. In other words, people want your console, but they don't want your console. It's kind of like, come here, but stay away. You may find that people are gonna take advantage of you a little bit. I think it's not gonna really be a horrible thing. I don't think it's gonna be a horrible thing because I think it's your nature to be generous, and that builds you in a way.
But you know, recognize boundaries. You know, boundaries are important.
Okay.
Well, you know,
Sure,
because you can be generous to a point till you've kind of burnt yourself out. Well, the key came up again. So the key, Gina, seems to be the death or ending. So ending something, you know, putting something to rest, letting something go. That seems to be like it's going to be a focus. It's going to be key for you in June. Do you think that, can you see an application with the cards, or is that just an extra?
Well, I'm wondering if maybe there is a particular friendship, or maybe it's somebody more familial in a way, and you're kind of getting to the end of your rope with how many chances you give them or how much you try to give them the benefit of the doubt. This may not represent actual monetary generosity as so much as just trying to be helpful to people, and then feeling that people are not using love or compassion. They're using the opposite, which is what strength reveals. That's on the one side of you. And then maybe people are being willfully destructive to some degree, toxic. So yes, I think that that's a really very interesting summation, and also you kind of nailed it too in a way. Thank you.
I got you, Vanita. You're on the list. So that's what we have for you, Gina. I'll be in touch on Twitter. And hey, let's see. Sanjib, you are up. And then after Sanjib is Angel Mary, RC Funtime, January Girl, Jenna.
No, you know us. We're slow, Jenna.
I was just reading the list.
She's asked twice.
I know, but I was just reading it anyway. Sanjib is next. Angel Mary, RC Funtime, January Girl, Jenna, I Ride a Broom, Am, Divine You, Kayla, and Vanita. Dun, dun, dun.
All righty, and you are welcome very much.
Okay.
That was an interesting reading too.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Gina. Hey, Sanjib, you are up.
Hi, Sanjib. Hopefully you're with us.
Yeah, I know. We had such a big disruption there. Our cats knocked something over. Well, our cat, one cat. It only takes one.
Oh yeah, it's probably really hot there. It's going to cool off a little bit in the next day or two here, Jenna.
Yeah, we have a humid day tomorrow, and then we have a few days of relief, and then it starts up again. But I'm looking forward to the weekend. Saturday and Sunday are going to be really comfortable.
Sanjib, we're still waiting on you. If you're here,
type it in.
Banshee's going to type your name in. That's right.
Oh,
I know
yeah,
you're
that's right.
Wisconsin, so you're probably about the same kind of weather as us. We get really humid here, but I think you guys might get humid too.
Well, yeah, it can be really bad here sometimes. But of course, we're on the other side of the mitten here. We're closer to, we're not by the thumb, but we're on that side of the state. And so our weather is sometimes different than the weather off of Lake Michigan.
Well, it looks like...
Sanjib did not reply. So I think we're going to move on. I'll put Sanjib at the bottom.
And we're sorry about that.
Yeah, and we're sorry we had a delay. So Angel Mary, you are up.
Massachusetts, okay,
86, wow. Wowee.
Yeah, I think a day or two ago it got up to 88 here.
What's your hidden power?
Right, okay.
That makes you successful
I'm
and
going to use
special.
the night sun.
I like that question, Angel. Mary, thank you. Okay. I'm going to put this one back. Get out my...
And I'm using the Night Sun Tarot, which was recently gave a quick review by Papa Squirrel on his channel. I wonder if he might have seen that I was using it and thought he should try to talk about it.
I don't know. Maybe. I like to think that we all kind of get ideas from each other. It's a good thing. It's healthy.
Hi, Max. Max, we will put you on the list. Just
I'll
give
get
us a
you on the
moment.
list in a second.
Earlier today, I was buzzing around and I dropped in on Violet and Tarot's channel. And she gave us a little plug because she saw me there. And she's a pretty good reader, too. You might want to check her out. It's Violet Ann, one word, Tarot. She's a UK person, so her time difference is about 6 to 8 hours different from ours.
It's hard for me to
But it was a
catch
fun
her
show.
sometimes.
It was a fun
but
show.
I'm glad he got in there this time. We like to hop around and check everybody out, our followers and subscribers.
And we are pulling those cards
And a long way
for
to
you.
go to keep up with everybody, because I am up to like 679 followers now on Twitter.
We have the Fool. Looks a little bit like a...
It's upright. This
shade.
one's reversed, and what is it?
It's the Ten of Swords
Yow.
reversed.
And the Queen of Wands reversed.
And the Queen of Wands reversed. Your hidden power is somehow with innocence, you sort of overcome evil forces. And then the Queen of Wands thing to me talks about maybe like an anti-attraction power, like maybe you have a force field and when people get too weird for you, you can just sort of repulse them away, you know? I know Banshee's wondering, what the heck is he talking about?
No, I'm working on the mic.
But the Fool, the Ten of Swords, the Queen of Wands, I'm thinking there's... Did you like what I said? I'm just only going to repeat it, really, that...
well, that's what I wanted to
It's
hear.
sort of like an instinctual thing, because the Fool talks about instinct, innocence, your innocent nature, defeating forces of evil or forces of oppression. And then that reverse Queen of Wands, to me, is sort of like an anti-magnetic persona of sorts, if I had to be summationary. Go on.
Well, I'm kind of looking at this a little bit differently, Angel Mary. I think your hidden power to me might be that you are not afraid of taking risks. You seem kind of meek and quiet maybe, but not really, because you can be a risk taker, and it can be a really good thing to know, and maybe that's it. Instinctively when a risk is a good idea, and to go for it. And I think here also it shows me that, in the process of this, you can be kind of aggressive sometimes, you're ready to go for it. The Queen of Wands is reversed, and sometimes that can be a lot of negative energy, maybe you can kick up a lot of stuff when you do this, and some people could take it the wrong way. And I sense that here a little bit as well.
Well, I like mine better because it sounds more like superpowers, because this is like a force field and this is like fighting evil forces.
Okay. He is the comic junkie.
But no, I understand what Banshee's saying there. So I think we're going to go ahead and pull some Lenormand and see,
Let's see if there's
how this
anything else
works
we
out.
can add. I think that, with the Ten of Swords reversed too.
You're right. That could be seen in that light. I mean, a lot of times I look at it as just somebody who overcomes forces against them. But then again, that would seem to imply you have to really have a bit of force yourself to do that, to take on that kind of level of fighting back.
So I think what I said, though, plays into your idea of instinct a little bit here, because you mentioned instinct. And yeah, you have a certain instinct about, when you need to make a move and when you should do it. So, the Fool is kind of like ready for new adventure, kind of lackadaisically, but I think this is your instinct, that you deep down know when it's time to make that move.
And I see we're joined by Usbadi's Purr. So hi, we will put you on our list in just a moment.
So I got another card we have before. The Star was first, and then the Moon. Okay, Starman.
Which one was
Is
first?
it Star Girl? The Star was first, and then the
I'm
Moon.
Star Girl.
There's this new show on the CW, Star Girl.
I kind of like it. Okay, so to me, the Star talks about hope coming to you, but maybe that hope comes to you because you are uncovering or finding out something. To me, the Moon is about possibly uncovering deceptions or scandals, or it certainly is to some degree just about illuminating things, finding out things. I like to think of it as like the person who can figure out a mystery or figure out a puzzle of some sort. Banshee?
Well, going back to superpower here, I'm kind of thinking that maybe this is saying that, your powers of perception and your instinct can really bring you some real long-term success.
That's true too.
And bring you out into the light.
Because these maybe talk about abilities, pondering or figuring out, mysteries or deceptions, but they also really talk about success sort of in a fortunate way, like it's coming to you. So whatever it is, your abilities seem to have a reason to be and to enable you to really conquer forces and kick some booty.
Shine on. Shine on, Angel Mary. I think that's the advice I have for you today.
All right, hidden powers.
That was very cool.
That was cool too. I like our readings today. So don't forget to add Ubasti.
I did.
Already.
So I'm going to go over the list now. We have RC Funtime, January Girl, and Jenna. Jenna, don't go far because you're third one. I Ride a Broom, Am, Divine You, Kayla, Vanita, Sanjib, and Ubatis Purr.
You're welcome, Angel Mary. Oh, that's like not a little bit awkward.
Let's check it out. So what does this future hold? Okay. I think we're going to do 3 cards and see what they look like. This is more than a yes, no.
We have you, Max.
Yeah, you're on the... Didn't I mention... I did not mention Max.
Whoops.
Max is before Ubadi's Purr.
We have you.
We have you. Sorry about that. I'm losing it today. Well, of course, I'm working from home all day, so I had a day.
Thank you, RC.
Thank you, RC. I appreciate that. Shuffle away, Mr. O, and cut them. All right, so we have everybody, I hope. Oh my goodness, it's been crazy today.
Yes, I dropped in on my premiere of my emotional exchanges. I premiered it today at 3 o'clock, about a day early, because I figure the information's good. And I have to say, a lot of the cards I've been getting for the last 2 or 3 weeks of this segment seem to reflect a lot of what's going on with all of the COVID and unrest that's going on. So it's pretty good stuff. And we had about 5 or 6 people there. Am was there, as a matter of fact.
That's right. You told me. I was working at the time. So here we have the Page of Swords. And here we have the Nine of Swords upright. They're both upright. And the last card is upright too. It's the Two of Cups upright. So, looking at it as a progression here, I don't know. I'm feeling as though there's going to be, it's like a matter of working things out. Some diplomacy, some cooperation, some agreements. The Page of Swords is kind of a little bit of the colder card in the zodiac, in the tarot, because it's kind of very analytical and more mind over emotion.
I disagree.
What?
I often see the Page of Swords as the dancer.
Yeah.
A person who has grace and diplomacy and who's dancing. They may have a colder edge about them, but perceptually, they're sort of a happy person. They're sort of dancing
Well,
around.
they could be graceful and cold at the same time, could they not? So the Nine of Swords here is indicating, we're navigating over some, disappointments or sorrows. There's been some sadness, there's been some disappointment for sure. And then we have the Two of Cups upright, which sounds all happy joy, but I'm trying to figure out here if it's really leading to that or if it's the problem is there's sorrow over this not happening. How do you feel about that?
Well, I feel what you said was true, that there sort of is a progression here, that we're sort of looking at past, present, and future. Not
Okay.
exactly clearly defined that. There may be some fungible stuff going on there. Maybe one or both of you were the dancer or were the diplomatic, graceful person to each other in the present. There's sort of the sense to me, the Nine of Swords is really more about a sorrow or a pain that is felt with a sense of immediacy, but maybe doesn't have an actual basis in physicality. And what I'm trying to say by that is that maybe there's a distance between people, so they're not suffering together, they're not feeling together, they're sort of in a sense of isolation. So maybe in a sense it could be considered a progression from the Eight of Swords, where they are in a sense of isolation. But then finally we're moving to this Two of Cups, which looks to me like reestablishing the harmony and feeling that was there.
So I drew the tree in the Lenormand. And I drew the house. And to me, this seems to indicate, obviously, growth potential. There is something you have, it's like you do have something to build upon. There is something there worth building upon, and there is a security there. There is a comfort there. I think you will always feel that way towards each other, if nothing else, but it sounds like there's a potential that, there could be some reconciliation in the future.
I think that's what it says there. I mean, we always feel, and you probably know this already, RC, and maybe Libra does too, that tarot is a snapshot in time, and that what looks really finite and clear today may not look that much if we did this in a couple of days from now or something like that. So sometimes you have to just take those guideposts or signs and decide how you're going to apply them at that moment and go with that.
I mean, also to me, this kind of is an indicative of a little long-term thing. Trees, they grow. You are not coming back here. No. No. Now the Banshee's upset. You knocked my glass over. All right. Not that the cat will ever understand me. So, trees take a long time to grow, take root, etc. And so, you've already started that, but, where are you in that process? And it's just going to take some time, maybe to
You did not, Jenna.
stay where you are, Jenna. Stay where you are. But that's what I have. I guess I think
So, yeah.
there's definitely some potential here.
And that just did feel a little awkward
What?
doing that question.
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
Thank you, RC.
Thank you, RC. You both are great. You and Libra both. You add a lot to the program. Hey, January girl, you are up, and then Jenna. So Jenna, stay
I think
around.
January girl left us a note about taking. If I was not next, take the next person on the list.
Oh,
Okay. Well, if you're ready to write your question now.
yeah, January girl, are you with us? Aw.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Yes. There. All right, that sounds like a yes/no. Let's do that as a starting point. Do you want to do your cards this time, or you want me to do these again?
We'll do these.
Okay.
The ones that everyone loves.
What?
Because they're so hard to handle. Yes, son man, you are the beautifulest cat in the world. Go ahead. You know we take a long time.
Boy, Jenna, you are always playing with fire there, my dear.
I get it, RC. Thanks. Sometimes it takes a little while for the names and relationships to gel. And then, of course, ask me about when people share their zodiac signs, and I don't always remember those right away, too. So,
Yeah, it's almost like we have to take notes here, and I don't know, maybe we should to some extent. I don't see anything wrong with that, except I have a heck of a hard time keeping the list up now. So I think that'll be a while off in coming.
Well, we are actually, we're sort of slightly in between. We just haven't reapplied, but we are basically legally credentialed priests. We can legally marry people and do certain, legal priestly type ceremonies. So maybe we'll start another business someday.
That could be. We have done a few marriages in our past. But don't expect me to decorate wedding cakes. I can't do that. I can make a cake, but I don't know. I don't know if I could ever make a wedding
Were we
cake.
doing this as a yes or no?
We are.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I'm just trying to find a space to cut.
Just go ahead.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, son, man.
Here.
All right. So,
Oh wait, I'll do them. That's
Okay.
right, counting them. Forgot myself again.
I make the money I need to go into real estate sales when my city opens up.
Yep.
Reminding people that we will be on again next Sunday at 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. to deliver another couple hours Eastern Standard Time of what we do best here.
Well, I thought it was going to go well because I got an ace so fast. I got that ace of swords, but it's leaning towards no right now, but it's not totally negative. So we have the Queen of Coins here
That's
upright.
actually good, yeah.
Yeah. And then we have Temperance reversed. I think what this is telling me is it's leaning towards no because maybe it's because it realizes it's going to take a lot out of you or from you in order to make the kind of money you need right away, I think.
Yeah, it's
But
going to be like kind of unbalancing,
Yeah.
unnerving in a way. It's going to kind of
There's gonna be
stress you.
stress.
Indeed, the swords are the stress. At the same time, though, you're probably really well suited to take on some of this challenge. It's just going to really, try to get some extra sleep or pop some vitamins when you can, because it's really going to be a bit heady to keep up with the pace. They will probably expect a strong pace from you because they see that potential in you, basically.
Well, and yeah, and the Queen of Coins to me indicates, that you are good with money, that you are good with financial business, but
More or less.
but there is just going to be it's just going to take some time for all of this to right itself again.
So it's not leaning towards yes, but it doesn't look incredibly negative. It just sort of looks like there's some little things of fortunateness that may have to fall into place. Because to me, to some degree, the Queen of Coins is the person where things just kind of line up the way they need to line up. So you can call that serendipity or fate or just some inner knowledge. But it's kind of what one of their principles are, the Queen of Coins. With the immoderation suggested by that, it's to me suggesting also that in addition to maybe grinding your wheels a little heavy, it could also be just saying too that this is just really going to be not a calm time, but a little bit more of an active time in general.
Yeah, and so you just got to be ready for that. I mean, I think it's going to be competitive. I think we might have said that before with you, but I'm not sure. But I do think that, the Queen of Coins is just making me think that if there is an imbalance with finances, it is not going to be that bad. So it's leaning towards there's going to be some issues, but I really don't think they're going to be that bad. You're going to find a way around them.
Well, they're asking if ultimately if the timing means not now. Do you want to do the Lenormand for that?
Well, let's see. I don't know if that's going to give me a good timing read here, but
Can I just cut the deck and see if I get anything from that?
you can.
Two of Wands reversed.
I don't think it's now.
Yeah, it does sort of maybe, I think, indicate that the timing isn't right now. It seems to me that that card says not everything is really in place yet. That is a card about how you see yourself invested and planned, and it is sort of suggesting it's not quite there yet. Now, wands tend to be months or weeks?
I think they're fast. They're faster, so it could be weeks.
So it could be several weeks before maybe things shape up a little bit more. It may
After
seem,
things open up again, like you said.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm seeing two at least. What you got, Banch? That's okay, Divine.
I'm trying to look at the order here. So I have the key, which is interesting since you're in real estate, and it shows a door. But I also have the scythe. And the scythe is about things that happen fast. No, not fast, but cutting. So I think, you're going to have to understand that things are going to be, cut back a bit for a while. I think what this might be telling me is the market itself, the real estate market, is going to be a little bit, slow in coming back. I think that's that cutting thing there is like, it's not like business is going to sprout just as usual. It's going to be a little bit of a, and it's going to be kind of a surprise or a shock to you a little bit in that regard. But I think you're still going to come through this okay.
Well, I do think it's like what I said, though, before. I think that this, to me, I see a vision of a door closing. It's not closing all the way, but it's closing enough to slow things down. So I'm thinking there's just a bit of some delays here with moving ahead on that. To me, this could be saying that maybe if you wanted to, you could consider cutting that and moving to a different project instead. But it's not really clear that you have to do that, in my opinion, because the door didn't shut all the way yet.
Did you respond to that question about learning? I would say that, probably this would not be a bad time for that because, but as far as, the marketplace goes, it is going to take some time for things to right themselves again.
She represents growth in many different ways. So growing as a student could be indicated there too, of course.
Hi, Chrissy. I think I'll be able to fit you in, but we'll see. We got a bit to go here. We will put you on the list. All right, and that's what we have for you. I hope that helps.
So that means it must be time for Jenna.
It's your turn. After Jenna is I Ride a Broom, Am, Divine You, Kayla, Vanita, Sanjib, Max, Ubatis Purr, and Chrissy.
So that's about a good 7 or
Hey,
so,
Angel,
right?
welcome. How are ya?
Hi, Angel. You're welcome, January. There's about 7 or 8 people, I think, Chrissy.
General reading for the next month. Absolutely.
All right. You're welcome.
So how's things going down there, Angel? Things are pretty quiet unless something happened tonight that I don't know about in Detroit, but we even had a protest in our neck of the woods that went really well, and apparently it was all young people, which I think is awesome. I think it was around the city where my son lives.
General.
Okay. So we have the Nine of Swords, but it's reversed. We have Justice upright. And we have the Queen of Wands upright. Wow, this seems to be a turnaround from, I think, the last reading we did for you, Jenna. This looks really good. You know, the Nine of Swords...
It is a good reading.
The Nine of Swords is indicating to me that, you know, you're being able to leave some past hurt behind you now. It's time to move on. It's time to heal. It's time to let it go. And that's what the Nine of Swords, I think, is indicating here.
I think it's indicating that because maybe you're going to hear something that sort of says you were really right, something that sort of rationalizes or justifies your decisions, and say that you can hold your head up high and say you didn't do anything wrong, and you can kind of move on.
Yeah, they are. They're a silhouette deck. I really like them for their simplicity, Am. They're kind of cool. Justice Bright is also indicating that, you know, that decisions that you've made, or maybe now you just feel that you feel vindicated, or that justice was served in some way. You're feeling like you are in a good place. And the Queen of Wands upright, is that the Queen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Queen of Wands upright just shows you're really in a very power mode here, especially in an enterprising sort of way. You know,
Yeah.
you're going to be busy.
Exactly. It's like whatever this stuff was going on with the moving away from troubles and moving towards your creativity and towards some networking. You're going to be networking with people. Maybe you're going to be trying to get another job, or at least trying to advance yourself in certain ways. So I see you meeting strong personalities who will become friends, loyal, and possibly help you in your quest for jobs or for getting ahead.
Well, you know what else is kind of cool about these silhouette cards is, you know, they're not ethnic, racial in any way, white, black, or they're silhouettes. So I do kind of like that too. They're for that reason.
They're an awesome deck.
They
I
are
really like
awesome.
them,
I just
yeah.
like them because, you know, you have the silhouettes, but yet the deck has color to it. The only caveat I have is they're kind of a cardboardy kind of cards, so I don't know how well they're going to hold up over time.
Hi there. We see you, Nicole. So we will add you to our list, I think.
We'll try.
Yeah, we are pretty full up at this point, but we think
Okay,
we
Jenna,
can still do
here's
that.
your Lenormand. Yeah, you know what? I got the cross. And then I got the cutting implement. And I feel that,
wow.
well, and it's not facing it. So I almost feel like you're cutting your losses in some way. In other words, you're again moving away from grief and like this Nine of Swords. I think it kind of ties into that, and you're moving on.
Is there anyone familial or otherwise maybe, that is possibly in very bad health and maybe older in age? Because I am wondering if maybe there is a possibility that you may hear of a passing of somebody you know. I'm feeling that they are somebody that is possibly older, that has been sick for a while. So I'm sorry if that's true, but I sort of get a feeling like it could be something like that, or it is more likely what Banshee said.
Well, and yeah, really curious about that. Good idea to hang out with coworkers outside of work or bad?
Oh, I don't need the
Oh.
cards to answer that. If it's just going to be friends, yeah, that's usually okay. If it's going to be anything else, like, getting to know them better and possibly working towards a relationship, don't do it.
You know what, though? It does show, but I would say yes to this because it's showing, you in a very positive light here,
Yeah.
and that things are going really well for you. So when this card's talking about moving on here, maybe that's what it's talking about. Make new connections, socialize a bit. Just don't make it too, what's the word? Too close to...
Ingratiating to each other.
Yeah. I don't know, the workplace, you draw a fine line sometimes with your workplace. Some people are the best of buds. Others like to keep a little separation between work and
Not incredibly
home.
strongly, but I think the Queen of Wands can kind of represent a sense of friendly people around you, or a friendly person or two. It's not typically that way. It sometimes leans towards more like somebody who's a supervisor or management person, but maybe that's the kind of person you want to be a friend to hang around with.
Could be. That's what we have for you, Jenna. Hope that helped. And we are moving on to I Ride a Broom.
And we have their question.
Oh my gosh. You are on the ball. I Ride a Broom. Hey, Am is after that. Divine You, Kayla, Vanita, Sanjib, Max, Ubatis Per, Chrissy C, and if Angel wants a who else came after that? Nicole. Angel and then Nicole.
I ride a broom. That's awesome.
I've been with my boy. Okay, I never felt like him.
That's me.
Is that the question, or what is the question?
Thanks, Jenna. I guess the question is whether or not you're really with your tribe, or if you're going to be with your tribe as you move on.
Okay.
But I'm a Scorpio sun sign and a Capricorn moon.
And I'm a Capricorn moon, but an Aries.
You mean us, or something that you're involved in? I mean, if you ride a broom, that sounds like a fairly specific tribe.
Then we'll use yours next. So what do you think? A yes, no?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I do. And then we'll see where it goes from there.
Well, at least the bad cat is laying down now.
It must be that edibles we gave them. They're passed out. No, we didn't give them edibles.
They ate.
They did eat.
They ate
though.
dinner. If you're talking about that. I see that ace.
Well, you should see us when we fight, though. Those are awfully glorious, too. We're going to do a special video someday. No, we're not.
I thought that's when we played medium.
Oh, right. The thing with our relationship is
Watch
we
what
both
you
have a
say.
strong planet, Mars. And Mars is an aggressive planet, and it makes everybody want to be dynamic and serving themselves possibly more than others, so we do tend to do a little grrr.
The Ace of Swords upright, the Ace of Cups reversed. But remember, these are just indicating that this is probably, yes, this is your tribe. But we do have the Four of Pentacles reversed. How would you like to read that, Mr. O?
Your tribe is going to make you spend money. Well, no, your tribe maybe makes you feel that you want to give to them. I mean, it's your tribe because you feel like you could give to them. You give without qualification. It's sort of like an unconditional wanting to be supportive and secure. So in a sense, it's kind of a deeper basic love. It's not emotional love. It's love of the tribe, of their security.
I just read Am's thing. I'm sorry. We made it through, didn't we? Yes, it is a miracle. I don't know how it happened. But you know, my father was a Scorpio too. So read into
And
that
your mother?
what you will. My mother was a Taurus. So, but you know what? The other weird thing is I was born in Aries, but of course I was taken out a month premature. So I should have been a Taurus and I was born on the cusp. So, I mean, I don't know. The energies are mixed up with me. So, I can't agree with you more about that Four of Pentacles. There's not much more I can add to that because that's
I'd say that there's a strong chance that, yes, this is your tribe.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is characterized by the fact that you feel so good about giving to them or that you want to be involved with them to that level. So I would say yes.
Scorpio with Taurus moon is divine you. So what do I have
and
here?
the relationship between
my
Scorpio
goodness.
and Tauruses are kind of interesting too
Look at
because
this.
they're nearly the opposite of each other they are the opposite of each other. So they're sort of like they're dark twin to each other. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Got hiccups.
you need something to drink. Garden. We have the garden here. And we have the birds. I don't know. This just seems to me like you guys are flocking together in the garden. This is a lot of socializing. This is a lot of, whether it's social networking. It does seem like you may have found your tribe. These sound like people you like to have fun with.
Was this about the move to California with your sister? Was that the same person?
I think so.
Right. Because I just think like this is probably one of the best decisions you've ever made or something like that, or at least that's what it looks like right now. It just seems really strong and compelling reason for growth and happiness here.
But this question was about the tribe, so that's why
Yeah. Well, I just know previously I believe that was what Terry asked us about.
That is true. I think it's looking good, Terry. Well, there is something really Zen-like, and it makes people feel better when they do give. It's great to receive. I'm really an excited little kid whenever I get gifts, like a chocolate bark, if Gina's still listening. But the thing is that I love to give, too. I absolutely love to give.
I love myself when it's really spontaneous and random and from my heart. My best example is that I used to put up a lot of dolls and figures for displays at places. And sometimes I would see little children, they'd say, "Can I have that?" And so I started doing that once in a while. I would have a little extra doll that I knew I could give away, and I would give the child that, especially because it was around Christmas time.
Gina is still here, so she heard me. All right, we got to move on because we are getting low on time. Talky talk,
This is true.
Mr. O.
Talky talk is...
Did you just bump the mic?
I did.
Ah!
Let's move on.
M, you are done, right? Okay. No, I ride a broom is done. M, you are up. And then Divine You, Kayla, Vanita, Sanjib, Max, Abada Spur, Chrissy, Angel, and Nicole. And we are cutting it off with Nicole today.
All right. Let's use a deck of mine.
Yes.
Okay, so how does A feel about you and ma'am?
Okay, so it's just, okay.
If they're a
got
good
it.
friend or not, that
Yeah,
kind of thing, yeah.
Got it. California doesn't like Utah?
Well, a lot of people don't like Utah.
Well, I don't know.
Okay, that's not true.
That's
but
not nice.
I didn't say
I
that
have
they had
never,
a
I have never
reason
been to Utah. I don't think. Have I flown over Utah? I'm not sure. I have gone to California.
I've been to California.
I've been to California on some business trips a few times. Had some great times. Went to San Francisco.
You were there when that historic passing of the right for any gender to marry.
Yeah, I was there for that Pride Week, actually. I had a conference. I had to walk home from because all the transportation was down. My hotel was right in the district where the parade was. But I didn't get to see any of it because I was in a conference all day.
Okay, the first card in this reading is Justice, Major Arcana 11, and that's upright. Then we have the reversed Seven of Cups. This is interesting. And then we have the reversed Ten of Cups. Do you want to start?
Well, I think there's a lot of, there's a lot of objectivity and fair-mindedness being displayed here. There's some kind of balance, but on the other hand, I don't know. I'm not sure about that Seven of Cups reversed.
Well, I think this means your friend thinks you're a person who can kind of clear through the crap and find the goal and focus on it, that you're not fooled by multiple ideas or things. You can focus. Your friend thinks you know how to focus.
Okay. But then the Ten of Cups reversed is kind of like, is your friend either... I don't know, have you had a falling out with this friend? Because there seems to be that possible energy associated with that card.
It's really, the question is really about how they look at them, at
Right.
MM. So is it possible that I see what you're saying. Yes, I see what you're saying, that they're sort of feeling like the friendship is not really on the best ground right now. Or
Yeah,
that
I mean,
there's a
that's
change
kind
now.
of what it looks like, but maybe
No.
it's a possibility that this person...
Well, do they look at you and see that your life feels like maybe they think your life has unhappiness right now, or that they feel that there's been something concerning to you in your life emotionally? Maybe they're thinking they need to step up and be more supportive to you.
That's a possibility, too, is that they sense you need...
They have to be impartial and not
support.
judge you and help you find your focus. Well, I think maybe then, they're reacquainting, and like I just said, they want to be supportive of you. They want to be fair to you, and they want to help you find your focus, or find a focus with you even.
Well, maybe, now that I'm thinking about it, when I look at that 7, I like what you said here, but I'm thinking that maybe that they're now wondering if they can bring more attention to you, in some way, that they can, focus on you more. That's what I'm wondering if that means. So let me see what the Lenormand
Did they
adds to this.
miss not seeing you for a while? Maybe.
That could be what the Ten of Cups means, or Ten of Cups means there as well.
Yeah.
Reversed.
Yes,
Well,
I have a feeling.
did we not get this combination before? How does this happen? So I've got the moon and I've got these stars.
Okay.
And so I sense that, this person thinks somewhat highly of you, I don't think they have bad feelings at all. And I think there's a lot of hope here for positivity.
I'm going to say they regretted not being in your life for a while, and now that was their focus, was trying to find their way back to being in your life again.
Or that's their new focus.
Yeah. The moon says they are finding out things. Maybe they're finding out more about you even, how much that they're going to
Or maybe
value
they're
you.
finding out things by talking again with you that is giving some hope.
So I think that's pretty cool. I hope that helped.
Yeah, I hope that did help, Am. It was a little vague, I will say. Sorry about that. It's kind of the way the cards fell together, I think, in relation to the question. So, Divine you are up. And
Thanks for dropping in on my show today too, Am.
Oh, yeah. Very appreciated. Divine you, Kayla, Vanita, Sanjib, Max, Subata Spirit, Chrissy, Angel Rivera, and Nicole. Okay, let's throw 3 cards on that. Do you want to do yours
Sure.
again? I'll get another deck, I think, this time for next time.
Uh-oh.
What up?
I was just reading the question.
Oh. I think we've covered this before. The devil came up probably, if I recall.
The man of the sun is all snuggy.
Oh no, Basti, we are not quite at you yet. I'm sorry, but we are going to try to fit everybody in.
We tend to be a little bit long-winded with
Well-
most of our readings.
And we had a delay, I have to admit, because of the cats earlier. Cost us some time. I'll go over the list again in a minute. Can I pick them up? Or do you
Yes.
want to?
Yes, this is Sunny. He's one of our 3 cats who occasionally appears on the set. He's usually here the most.
Well, no devil card, but let's see. But Divine You, we have the 10 of Wands reversed,
He is the star.
the 4 of Cups reversed. Is that the 4? Or 6?
The 6.
6 of Cups reversed. Sorry, I stand corrected. And then I have the 6 of Wands reversed. My.
Oh, I love when we get those cards.
This is a toughie, but I guess, there's no devil here, but you know what? This person seems to me to be trying to get out of something right now that's been burdensome. And they're looking for a way out. I think with the 4 of Cups reversed, they want to move on. And
It's the 6 of Cups.
oh, it's a 6. I'm sorry. Well, it's semi a card of movement, but it seems like they're trying to move away from something that is a failed relationship.
They're
maybe,
trying to
or
release
failing.
themselves from some really bad stuff in the past, too. Isn't that the
You don't think it's a present thing going on?
Well, but isn't this a card usually about the past stuff? 6 of Cups.
The 6 of Cups reversed. Oh, that's true, That is true. It may be that, it may be from something. Maybe they're really.
I think they have been trying to release some of these
I want to
things,
see this one.
and they are having some troubles with that. They maybe are sincere, I guess. Let me
But
see.
they're failing at it. It's maybe
Yeah.
as if they're
They need help.
hiding from their past through, this relationship that they're in, or through.
I'm just going to say that I possibly sense maybe some addiction problems. I know this isn't traditional with that card, but it is Cups. So I'm wondering if some of their stuff is they're having a hard time with some of their past issues and problems. They possibly need more therapy of a professional sort. Maybe they're not able to get at it.
Yeah, no, we get it. It's about the present, but
Okay.
it is about the present. But the thing is, the past can influence the present. And so, what we think here is some pain from their past is causing some issues maybe in the relationship they're in now. I don't know if that's the reason they're hiding this relationship, because of some issue they had in the past.
This 10, though, talks about trying to release things. Usually
Yes.
it talks about being released from others co-opting of you, like maybe you're a slave or you're a prisoner to somebody else's desires. But in the context of reading for Steve, I'm thinking they're trying to release themselves from these things. Maybe they can't really talk about some of these things, so this is a hidden thing.
But there's failure here. They're not able to move beyond this. They seem
Well,
to be,
I see that too in a way.
they seem to be stuck. Let me pull some Lenormand for you. Well, something is going to happen because here is grief or loss and the dog, which is a friendship. So I don't know if this means the relationship that they're hiding in now is going to come to an end. It's possible. Something looks like they're grieving.
Well, when you do talk about possessiveness too, that Ten of Wands does really talk about possessiveness in terms of enslavement or not having your freedom, having limitations. So with these here too,
And I think this is future.
yeah, going towards the future, it seems to me like maybe things are going to change and maybe they will resolve some of their issues and will be a better loyal person in their relationships. But that's not exactly how you see it, is it?
Yeah, because I drew. Yeah, I don't know. I'm up in the air about this one.
This one was a little bit, considering the night, this one's been a little bit rougher for us, I think, for some reason.
Well, I think it's pretty. No, well, maybe, but I really think it's pretty clear they have some burdens they want to get out of, but they can't. They just can't right now. But this does indicate that something is going to force the issue at some point. That's what I think. And
well, maybe it is the friend that helps bring the issue
them move
to them.
past their grief. It's possible. I'll give you that, Mr. O.
I'm going to say that's probably more likely what it could be talking to.
And that's what we have for you, Divine You. I hope that helps.
Yeah.
Hey, Kayla, you are up. And after Kayla is Vanita, Sanjib, Max, Ubatis Per, Chrissy, Angel Rivera, and Nicole.
Oh, it's going to be a tight night.
We got a half hour, Mr. O.
This is true.
Miracles can happen.
Somebody else.
Kayla's up first, Vanita. Kayla's up first.
Give us a moment to see if Kayla responds.
But we will get to you next. Did you type in, Kayla? I'll remember your question, Vanita.
Unless, of course, Kayla doesn't respond, then we will move on to Vanita. So we've called Kayla once or twice. So we're going to see. It may be that they're not here.
Yeah, it's possible they have moved on.
So we'll just wait a few more seconds.
Do 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 do.
All right, let's just go ahead with their question. How about
Okay,
if you shuffle
Vanita.
first?
Vanita, you are up.
Is this a yes or no?
This is. Will I be successful in saving to move out? We're going to do a yes, no, and see what comes up for you.
Don't forget to check out some of the other content on our page, our YouTube channel. We have soul stories. Hey, there's a rumor Oberon might do his very first soul story in the near future. We also do a monthly reading. That's probably one of the most unique tarot astrology readings. That's called the monthly modality messages, and that usually comes out when the sun enters the next sun sign. So we're back.
You want me to count them?
Yes.
Is that the Ace of Wands? It sure is.
That's it.
That's it.
Oh, sorry.
It is leaning towards yes.
It's leaning towards yes.
And you have the Empress upright. You know, it's kind of like you said, successful in saving your money to move out. You may even think of some creative ways to, save the money to move out. You know, you might be coming up with some great ideas and other ways to do it that maybe you haven't thought of before. This is just a very creative, productive time for you. Maybe you'll find some creative ways to even bring in more money.
I think exactly that, Banshee. I think this is a pretty positive yes, even though it says just strongly leaning towards yes. That Empress in the middle kind of sends it over the edge.
Yeah.
The Empress is really somebody that can flourish in many ways, that can create, that literally births things without even a sweat, unlike real mother birth. At any rate, I think it's a really strong sign to say that your plan to save money will be successful. So we're going to pull 2 Lenormand cards. Oh dear, sorry, Kayla. You were missed, unfortunately, and we moved on to another person.
I have the Fox here, the first card I drew, and the Moon. And you know, this is kind of reinforcing something I said. There is success for you in being crafty. I mean, foxy, thinking outside the box, you know, is going to really work well for you. Because you have such unique ideas, you know, you're going to be able to pull this off.
If you think that doesn't sound like you don't think you're creative, then maybe you should just really give yourself another look, because it's probably just something there that you have mistaken for something else, and that you didn't think like, oh, anybody else wouldn't say that's clever, that's creative. So just think about analyzing yourself a little bit and look at your talents and skills, because that's probably what will come into play with helping you put a little money away. Alrighty. Go. Yeah, we can add you at the bottom, but I'm not sure if we will get there.
Well, we will try to get there. We will. We're moving on. Other people might have left. We don't know. So
that
hang in
usually
there.
does happen, so you can possibly
Yeah.
hold on for a little hope there.
Well, good for you, Vanita. So that seemed to show up in the cards, and that's going to serve you well in this situation. So keep it up.
Alrighty.
And Sanjib, are you with us?
And we're paging Sanjib. And you're welcome, Vanita.
So we'll see if Sanjib answers. If not, we'll move on to Max, Ubatis Per, Chrissy, Angel R, Nicole, and Kayla.
And we'll just give Sanjib a few more seconds. We're in our last 20 minutes, so we're just going to have to kind of hit him and go on.
We're rocking and rolling. We'll get there.
Rocking and
we go
rolling.
into a little overtime, but we are stopping with Kayla.
All right, so Sanjib going once, going twice.
Gone. So we are on Max. Hey, Max, did you stay with us?
Looking for Max in the chat room.
So, you see, we might get to you.
You never know.
It's the way it works. And I know people can't stick with us the whole time, and we don't run by an hourglass here where oops, the time ran out. We can't finish saying what we were going to say to you. We take our time with each reading. Some go faster than others. It's just the nature of things.
Okay, Max, go ahead with a question.
All right, Max.
If you want to wait till they have a question.
I am.
Ooh.
Okay.
All righty. Thank you for your question.
You want me to cut?
Yeah. The basic 3, right?
Do you want to do 3 for June, 3 for July?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do June first then.
Yep.
Okay, so this is your June, Max. You have a 3 of Wands reversed. You have an Ace of Swords upright. And you have a 7 of Swords upright. So these latter two, in terms of the workplace, are exciting and maybe a little bit scary, because the Ace of Swords says, like, maybe there's a new project for work, maybe a new assignment, a new responsibility, but maybe it's a little bit risky in certain respects, or maybe it involves some things that will cause a little bit of dissension in certain ways. I'm trying to think of what I'm thinking of here. It may be about
Office politics or workplace drama.
yeah.
Were you trying to say that?
A little bit, because I was thinking mostly of privacy aspects. For some reason, I'm feeling privacy aspects.
Well, there is that kind of thing with that card a little bit. I see that. It looks like the 3 of Wands, though. There's something is off to a slow start. Or I think that, maybe some things were not planned out well, and maybe that is going to come to a, but maybe I see that. I know, I'm not sure.
Well, it's a little bit of a
I guess that's why I
contrast.
was kind of looking at these two as possibly fitting together and leading to that.
Okay, let's take it from that angle too then.
So if you look at it, it's like, possibly some office politics or drama could, be taking place on the job that is really causing delays or difficulties completing something, getting to the end of something.
Well, there's also a sense too of just not being prepared enough, which you already had said. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think ultimately, there is going to be success. It's just going to take some time.
This is you being the capable person, and so you may have to weather these things, but it's not.
Don't. We're doing July.
Okay, you
So
want to
pull
just lay
3
them over?
more.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Gotcha. Ooh.
This is so strange. So yeah,
Here's
going
July.
into July, it looks as though things are still stagnating a little bit with Death reversed. But then you have the Wheel of Fortune upright, which means July is going to be a turning point for you. And I think Temperance reversed is part and parcel with this card. You know how the other two I felt went together? I feel these two go together, and the wheel is going to turn and change everything. And it's funny because I think the wheel, and this wasn't the right order here.
Right.
This is really interesting because look how the wheel is under that. And I just think it's interesting how the cards are juxtaposed here a little bit.
Well, my thought is that if there's like anything that's sort of serious kind of shake-up, reorg that's going on in July, as dust is settling possibly, that you're one of the ones that's going to be sitting a little bit better. You may have been able to position yourself better. It may just be sheer luck, like maybe, if they have to do things, cut away resources,
Yeah,
employees,
I'm looking
it may
at-
just be luck.
I am looking at that a little bit here as a possibility too because of Death reversed, I think, and also this card. The Seven of Swords could mean, managers and stuff, they never want to let people know about layoffs or firings or different things until it happens or it's really close to happening. So
the situation from June may actually be like the foreshadowing of how it's going to actually end up happening in July.
but it seems to me that ultimately things are going to change for the better. One way or another, they're going to get back on the proper footing by July.
Yeah, and you're going to be probably instrumental in that, because not only are you either poised in position or lucky, but you have these qualities, these skills of leadership or energy that they're looking for.
I just drew the fish cards for you and the anchor. And I think that what this is saying is there aren't too many worries. Things are going to stay pretty stable for you and secure as far as money and finance goes.
Set down your anchor. It's time to do some fishing. Okay, Max.
That's what we have for you, Max. I hope that helped.
Alrighty. Mr. O using the fishing metaphor.
And hey, Ubadi's Purr, you are up.
Hi,
and then
Ubadis.
Chrissy, Angel, Nicole, Kayla, and Sanjib if they come back.
Sunny, give your bodies a nice warm welcome because it's their first time here, I think. Or
What the
first or
spirits
second.
want you to know? Okay, that is a good question. You know what? I want to use so I'm going to be putting this one away again.
That
soon.
is a good question. And you are welcome, Max. You are very welcome too. Don't forget to like our page, subscribe, you'll get notifications. All that jazz.
And we like subscribers.
Yeah, we like him. This is our actual first orange cat. We've only ever had cats that were either black, white,
Gray.
gray, or combinations of those. So this is our first ever orange cat. We did have a calico that had orange, but we inherited her, so it was her aunt who had passed away, and we took in the cat to keep it. And we loved Cindy the cat, but it wasn't a cat that we chose, so you know.
Oh, you didn't hear the reading, Divine You? Uh-oh.
Okay.
You're going to have to go on and look it up. Do we know about what time that was? Let's see.
Somewhere in the
Divine You
last
was
20
before
minutes.
Kayla.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. We did record it. I can barely remember it. God, I'm such a space case tonight.
What does Spirit want you to know? Go ahead.
Two of coins is reversed.
Okay.
King of cups is upright. And then the 9 of cups is upright. So mostly good. The 2 of coins may be saying, though, that right now your life is a little bit busy, and maybe Spirit is saying you do need to work on your balance. You do need to know how to shoulder different things with different strengths. That maybe Spirit is also saying, too, that you need to work on how much force you apply to solving some questions. That sometimes the compassion that's illustrated by the King of Cups, Spirit likes it when you're more like the King of Cups. They want you to resolve things with an open heart and kind ways. But ultimately, Spirit thinks that you're here to profit, to enjoy life, to have a comfortable, pleasant life like the 9 of Cups. No?
Maybe. I certainly think what he says is valid. I'm going to just say that, I think Spirit wants you to know right now, they recognize that things seem really pretty crazy and unbalanced for you right now. At least they want you to know that they feel that, this phase is going to be coming to an end. You're going to be feeling so much better, about things in an emotionally in a better place, stronger, more resilient because of making it through this time period right now, this moment in time. And, because of that, you're bound to get, what you desire, what you wish for. They see things developing for you, improving for you in time. But they know right now, probably, I'm thinking it's right now and maybe for the next 1 to 3 months. It's a little bit shaky, it's a little bit rocky, but things are going to really work themselves out. You're going to feel so much stronger emotionally once you come out of this, and you will work on getting what you desire. It'll be almost like come to you.
So now we're going to pull a Lenormand card, the Oracle Lenormand, and we'll see what that says to give a little further clarification. Thank you.
Well, and that's why there's 2 of us. Because, it's like you get added value. And, sometimes one might resonate more than the other, and that is okay. but he might be more in tune than the other was at that moment in time. So yeah, I see here, I've got the mice. And I've got the fox. And so it seems to me that, I don't know if this is relating to work necessarily, but it seems to me that this is going into Spirit's message here a little bit. That again, the spirits recognize that things have been a little bit tough. Could be a little bit tough financially. I'm sorry, it's that card. With work or whatever, with money, material things. But the fox is indicating that things are going to right themselves. And basically, it's because of you. You're going to think your way out of, situations that are turbulent and find the right solutions. And you're going to come out so much better because of it. You're going to be using your own craftiness and ingenuity to come up with a solution.
As her partner, I don't actually read Lenormand, but I gravitate strongly to the symbols. They sometimes are a little bit different from maybe how she would interpret them, but we kind of work with that. And so to me, I'm looking at the mice, and I see that this is talking about maybe the neediness that's around people right now in general in society. It's maybe an overall. It could be about yourself too, that, right now things are a little bit, not as exactly what you want. But like Banshee says, there's a cleverness here, a way of thinking out of the box, a way of exploiting opportunities for yourself that will see you through.
And that's what we have for you, Abadi. Thank you for joining us and hanging on so long. So glad to get to read for you. And Chrissy, you are up. Chrissy?
A fox is sort of like a dog and a cat in a way, so bodies purr, it's
that's interesting. That's funny. Wow.
People say that, yeah, they're sort of like a combination.
No, I'm talking about I just read his thing about that.
Oh,
Called
okay.
him a fox.
Okay,
Awesome.
Chrissy, if you're there.
Chrissy, Angel, Nicole, Kayla, and Sanju.
Well, I don't know now.
I still think it's Utah was your tribe, but moved to California. Well, it's true, but the thing is that you asked us specifically about your tribe. You may have to leave your tribe behind to go to California. I still think that's a possibility. I still think California is a good move for you. Are you going to lose touch with your tribe by doing that? I mean, maybe these are things that you have to weigh in the future with us. We're not going to have time to explore that one today, but check back with us. I still think California is a good move for you, but that doesn't mean you have to lose total touch and contact with your tribe.
If you're on Facebook, write to me at our Facebook box on TFT, Tarot for Today on Facebook, and maybe I can discuss that with you more or pull a card or two.
I don't think we're going to have time tonight, unfortunately, but
No.
like he said, he might be able to do that for you. Chrissy, are you up? Because we are 5 minutes away, and we're probably going to go into a little overtime as it is.
So I think Chrissy left us, actually, because
I
we've
think
been
so
waiting.
too. I'm going to write the name once and we can move on. Chrissy probably realized we had a big night.
So, who would be next?
Angel Rivera, are you still here? Did you want a reading? Because you are next.
Get our deadline discount divination right now.
Where did you come up with that? Well, it's on you. If you want a reading,
I
we're
am
ready.
alliterative, as you know. We'll let them do a quick type there.
You are up, Angel.
Ooh. Where's the exit sign?
I think the way things are going now at the world, we just take it one day or 1 month at a time, don't we? Crazy world right now. No kidding. I laugh, but I don't laugh. Here you go. So we had an awesome moment last night in Detroit where they had decided to let the curfew pass because protesters were so
They couldn't make them leave.
well, they couldn't make them leave, but also they were being polite and nice, and the police chief said, just let them go, let them march. So that was awfully nice.
Well,
Well, well indeed, Angel. I get the devil, the first card. Then we've got the world reversed. And then we've got the Queen of Wands upright.
and we had her earlier tonight.
Yeah, we did. Are you wanting to start?
Well, there are some complications of a sort, and it's mostly, I think, to me, a lot of the cards really talk about different perspectives on balance, and I think the devil is the perspective on whether your alignment towards materialism is the same as your alignment to other things that are not so material. And so I think that some of us are going to be really thinking about those kind of things there as we've gone through several months now, is like, do we feel satisfied anymore? I mean, we're barely making it, and there's probably no sense of really deeper spirituality for some of us. Did you want to say something?
Well, I feel as though the devil is, the devil's in the details. No, the devil, is here to remind us that, we shouldn't become obsessed, maybe even obsessed with outcomes, at this point. We have to realize that, things are in flux right now. And I think seeing the world reversed after the devil is kind of saying that. It's like, don't expect anything to move very quickly in June. Success, and positive energy is still out there, but it's still to be achieved. It's almost like we're still working our way towards, some happy ending here of some sort. And the Queen of Wands... did you want to? I'm sorry, I should have let you
Well,
in there.
I'm kind of putting them together now,
Yeah.
in a way, and I'm thinking like, yes, this idea here is that we're being caged or limited or curtailed from expanding ourselves, and that's resulting in less prospects in our future or less prospects in how we are creating our world.
Yeah, but the Queen of Wands indicates to me, some control over all of this, I think, coming, and or at least regaining your footing again, in this shaky environment. This is a very positive and card of drive and motivation. So I think to me this sounds like it's building towards that. So it might be by more towards mid to later in the month that starts to take hold.
Right. It's like we're starting off with this sense of limitations and hardships and insecurities, but then we're moving into the idea, I guess, that we can settle for what we have, settle for a perfection that's not quite there. But ultimately, we're looking at really advancing ourselves, stepping up our game with networking, trying to be attentive and attractive and trustworthy, etc.
Well, I don't know actually, but I will say you have a friend. There's the dog card that came up, and then the book. I think you're going to learn something about a friend or through a friend. They're going to either give you some information you did not know, or you are going to find out something relating to a friend that's important to you in some way.
I think I'm just going to have to go with that. I can't really see anything else there other than that. But it seems that way. It's just like, if I had to be pithy, I would just say that sometimes, A book is your best friend.
The library is your friend, Angel. But and it's interesting because it certainly does look like a library too. They got the lamp
actually.
on the table there. So it could, and actually sometimes you can also look at it this way because the Lenormand is kind of flexible like that, where I could see that as, it seems like I could say to you that things are going to be kind of compatible and smooth at the workforce. There's a lot of, there's a bit of loyalty there.
Well, maybe because, of course...
So it could be you being loyal and dedicated to your work.
Right. I'm just wondering if maybe, somewhere in June you're going to be recognized, in your library as being a loyal worker. Or you're just going to meet a new friend there. You're going to have a good friendship there.
And that's what we have for you. Yeah, we'll just cover it all. It's the end of the show and we get a little kooky. But that's what we have for you, Angel. I hope that helped. And hey, Nicole, you are up. And
You're
after
welcome.
Nicole is Kayla, and Sanjib and Chrissy, I think, are gone. So we'll leave it with after Nicole is Kayla. So Nicole, you with us? You're welcome, Angel. See ya in the Twitterverse, and he'll see you on Facebook. Aww. It's really funny. One of my top media tweets on Twitter for the month, and the month is young, was a close-up I took of him. Figures. Little scene stealer. Okay, Nicole, second call. I'm going to type in the name. Okay, yes, Sunny is saying, Nicole, where are you? And, well, I think we're going to move on to Kayla. Kayla, you still with us? Yeah, you did, Chrissy, but I have you at the bottom. There's one person, I think, in front of you now.
Or you might be the next.
You might be the next if Kayla's gone. Kayla, are you with us? You want to type it in?
Look who came back.
What now? What's wrong?
Can't you read your screen?
Oh.
Never mind.
I did already, and I commented on that. Right? All right, so Kayla is not answering. Oh, Nicole is here. Nicole, you missed your turn. So we're going to put you after Chrissy and get you in because Sanjib is gone.
Chrissy, go ahead and write your question.
Yeah. And Nicole, don't go anywhere.
And if you stay, Nicole, we'll do you. Otherwise, we're done here.
Yeah, because we're in overtime
we're
right now.
We're in our overtime, so.
Sanjib is back. All right, guys.
Behave!
Sanjib, I have to put you at the bottom, though. I'm sorry.
Alrighty.
We'll get you in.
I'm going to use my Tarot of the Northern Shadows for Chrissy's question.
Okay, Nicole, you will be after Chrissy and then Sanjib. We'll get you all in.
Timing is everything. Okay,
yes,
Chrissy.
I am. Okay, Chrissy, this is for you. What's coming in love? Here.
We have the Page of Swords, upright. We have Judgment reversed. And we have the Seven of Coins or Seven of Discs reversed too. So what does that mean? Well, the Page of Swords could be a young person who is skillful and graceful. It could mean you'll receive a message from a friend or a person, maybe about an activity that they want to draw you into. It doesn't look romantic, of course.
Yeah, so again, this is really interesting, Chrissy, and I know we've gone through this before. There just does not seem to be a lot of romantic undertones to these cards. The Seven of Discs reversed is kind of like, maybe you had some, I can see you. What are you going to say?
Well, initially, I think what it's saying is that you're going to have to be more active on that front of trying to find somebody.
I think we said this before, and I think that's exactly what I was thinking. It seems like there's a decision or the ball is in your court in some way. I don't know if I can explain it any other way. But what about Judgment reversed here, Mr. O?
Judgment reverse could indicate that maybe you just need something different to focus on. And I think we kind of said that last time too, that maybe the more you're trying to wish this into being, you're actually kind of, working against yourself. Judgment reverse could be saying find some different kind of hobby. And it's really looking like not like a hobby, like love is a hobby, but you need to occupy yourself with something more tangible. And I'm thinking it's something really along the lines of esoterics in a way.
Well, and my feeling is too that, if you grow yourself, you're going to also attract what you want to yourself. So if you, I don't know, let's say you visit museums or go out places, and I know there's a bad time to say that, right? All this quarantine stuff and differences going on. But the more you expand your horizons in some way and you focus on yourself, the more you might attract what you are looking for. It's kind of like, I don't know, like, magnets. In a way, and there's a push-pull going on right now with you, Chrissy, and I think we've seen this in other cards we've had for you. So it's not like it's never going to happen, but I think the universe is saying you need to attract this not in the way that you're trying to attract it. You need to attract it by being distracted from it. I don't know, it's silly, it sounds silly, but there's a truth there. Trust me on that.
There is a truism about it. It's just that sometimes love comes to people when they're not looking for it. It's just what happens.
And this is interesting too. I've got the letter card. Is it showing up? Because I'm not seeing it. Okay, I got the letter.
Well, that's because of course it's showing up.
There it is. I got the letter card. And I got the clover card. And I'm almost thinking that, if what's coming to you in love is going to come through a chance encounter or a chance message, a chance meeting. I know it's the letter, but I'm thinking a little bit more broader than that. I just had the sense when I saw those two cards together. The clover is about luck, fate, and timing, and just things that happen by chance, taking a chance. And so I feel, or just by chance, just being in the right place at the right time.
Right. It's about luck. And I think it's just really what we're saying here, too, is that your seeking is not going to bring it to you. It's really going to be when you're not really ready for it. That's the irony of love, is sometimes for some people, it comes when they're not really ready for it. And that's why it's so powerful.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds trite and platitudinous, but I really honestly believe that to some degree.
Yeah. And that's what we have for you, Chrissy. Thanks for coming back. And hey, Nicole, you are up. Oh, the universe, the universe isn't doing it to you. Let's not place blame. It's just a matter of timing. It's just a matter of time and timing, and not being hard on yourself, being lighter. We have to try to, pick that spirit up, be lighter. I know it's hard.
And we have Nicole's question.
What do we have? This guy I am seeing feel the same way I do about him. That's a perfect yes/no question, and let's see what we get. And we'll embellish that with the Lenormand. Our sleeping cat. Hopefully will make everybody feel peaceful and calm. Magician. Okay.
It looks like it's leaning towards yes. That he does think the same about you. It's leaning that way.
And it's
With the Two of Wands,
it's not the romance card, the Two of Cups, but it is two, and it does sound like there could be a positive relationship forming out of this.
there's other things that probably you would have in common, that maybe you have similar work experiences, similar personalities, certain traits in terms of business enterprise. Maybe you both are magnetic to each other in a certain way beyond the idea of just a relationship. That
Or
there's
maybe
something
you
really
have a lot of
likable.
energy, drive, and enthusiasm, which is the Wands. So, that's possible too. But it does look like it's leaning towards yes. Let's see if we get anything positive here to back that up. I like the Two of Wands being there because, Wands are kind of a card of growth in their own way too.
There's a sense of calmness, like you're just really confident about where you are going. That's what I see in the Two of Wands. It's just like sort of a feeling of confidence about where things are going.
Holy cannoli.
Oh boy.
Well, you're just going to have to keep us posted and tell us if we're crazy or what. 'Cause look what I got here. I have the Clover for you. I have the Heart. And so basically what that means is that
A fortuitous
it's
relationship.
it could be very fortuitous, and it could just happen, once you finally realize, you click, it could just happen.
It sounds like a storybook.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good thing. Or if I had to be pithy, I would say lucky in love.
Lucky in love. Nice one. Very good, Chris. I'm sorry. Very good, Nicole. I hope that's true. Keep us
Yes.
posted. And good luck. And Sanjib, you are
You're
up.
welcome. Okay, Sanjib.
It's your turn, and we're done. We are done. We got a break. But it's been a great evening. Okay,
Did you
that's
really?
good to
Wow.
know. Wow.
Congratulations.
Read your current energies. Okay, let's see what we get. Do you want one of mine? Let's do this one.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad to hear that money came through and, a job. That's wonderful news.
Very nice.
Here you go. As Sonny repositions himself. It's like he says, hey, I know where that camera is. Oopsie.
Ten of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Reversed.
Yep.
Chariot reversed.
Well, all of these cards are telling me one thing, that you are very driven right now. There's a lot of drive and energy. Or the Ten of Pentacles shows that money has come, and it's a good thing, and it's been very, timely for you. It's very helpful. The Three of Pentacles does show you doing your best and maybe possibly being recognized for that. But you got to be careful with the Chariot reversed here. It's it's almost as if this is taking a little bit of a toll on you. I don't know if the job or just maybe the workload or something is making you a little frenetic maybe, but it does show you just having a little bit of anxious issues.
Well, I am wondering if the Ten of Pentacles represents that energy of your family that's around you. I know you've explained that situation there too. So I'm wondering if maybe some of that energy is maybe you feel a sense of some expectations from them. It would mostly be a good thing because this really represents the kind of family that everybody should have, one that is totally supportive and is there for you absolutely if you need help.
Mimi, we won't be able to do a reading. We're on our last reading right now. We're sorry.
With the next card, the Three of Pentacles, it does seem to be highlighting the fact that you're going places and that the energy may be too, that I'm feeling like something else is going to click into place shortly by the end of this year. And I think it is related to your job. I'm wondering if it's actually a promotion or a step up of some sort.
That card can indicate that.
But in general, I'll get to that in a moment, the black dog. It's good. The Chariot is the only card that maybe has a little bit of negativity because it's reversed. And the Chariot may indicate that there's a sense of not knowing where you're going or not feeling like you really want to step on the gas and get moving. It's car metaphors, it's driving metaphors, but it could be like you don't know where you're going, you're lost, and you're driving with a guy who's not going to ask for directions.
Well, yeah, it could be too that just, you feel like, your energy's kind of spent. You're kind of slowing down. It's taken a lot to get to that point. The dog, do you want to talk about the dog? The dog is just a metaphor, I think, here for the loyalty and love of family, maybe?
I'll say yes, but because everything is in silhouettes here, and I'm a little bit a devotee of Anubis, the Egyptian jackal, and I think that black dogs sort of have that essence of Anubis, and that essence is the essence of protection, which goes totally with the idea of Ten of Pentacles and what I just told you a few moments ago, because I think you can expect anything from your family, and that certainly would mean protection. So I'm thinking that that's the vibe you must be picking up too.
I don't know why I don't think this is about your job with all of this stuff going on here, but I'm going to read it like I got it. I have the Rider. That's the first card. And then I have the Coffin, which is something coming to an end. And, you know, I don't think it's your job. I don't envision this. I mean, there's that slight possibility that there could be something happening there, that maybe somebody from the job will leave. Maybe it's possible you'll get their position. But I do feel there's some kind of an ending coming, and there's going to be news of that coming to you. This may be related to something else in your personal life, though, I have the feeling.
Well, I am wondering if maybe there is somebody who maybe will pass, and maybe you will travel to their funeral or to their services.
And yeah, I agree. You know, I have to say the Lenormand can say that with the coffin, but I will also say that, you know, it doesn't have to indicate a death so much as an ending, but it could mean that as well.
Well, it is interesting because the chariot is also
Right.
about movement, and of course the rider is too.
Yeah,
But
but the
I don't
rider's
see anything
upright.
over here that really supports the idea of physical death.
No.
So I'm thinking Banshee is more right. There may be travel associated with signing papers that disperse a property or disperse a situation. It may be about the finality of a divorce, which I know is possible for you.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about that. Well, that's definitely possible. Something is finally reaching a conclusion. So keep that in mind, Sandra. But I don't
You
think
have
it's
a lot of support on
you
your
have a
side.
lot of positive energy here overall, but I do sense there's some tension, stress that's maybe caused a little bit of a pullback or slowdown with the chariot. And that's what we have for you, Sandra. So good luck with that. And I'm sorry, Mimi, you came late. We're way into overtime now, so we have to give up the ghost. Thank you,
bless
everybody. We appreciate you. We love you. And stay safe and be well. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.